Well, guys, look at that. It was inevitable. Obviously, we all knew this was coming. We knew this was set out as a very achievable goal. I don't know why it had to be a goal, but a goal nonetheless, probably marketing stuff. But it is done. 100,000 votes and counting in about 30 hours means that Treasure Hunter is officially being removed from RuneScape. So the timeline now is going to look a little bit like this. So this, they call it a poll. It's not a poll. It's more of a petition, isn't it? But this will last until November the 12th. And at that point, the petition will end and the final votes will be tallied up. And then once that is done, and I'm assuming there are, like, my guess is around 250,000 votes. Like, that's been my guess. I don't know if it'll quite make it that far, but there are still 2 weeks left. So maybe it's possible. We'll have to see. So yeah, after November the 12th and all the votes are handed in, they're going to count them all up, and then they're going to reveal their next steps of the plan. There's going to be a news post on a variety of things, potentially a bit more detail about what items are staying, what items are going, what is happening with, lamps and stars and stuff, which they have gone over a little bit, I believe, just saying that, XP stars will, kind of unfortunately, still be purchasable in the shop, which, while not fantastic, it is a darn sight better than what we have now. Maybe we'll need another campaign eventually to try and get rid of those stars as well, but for now, the stars are here to stay, so I'll have to see how that ends up. Either way, like, it is infinitely better than what we have right now, because right now it is very, very, very unhealthy for the game, but soon it will not be, and it's actually somewhat of a bright future for RuneScape for the first time in a long time. The big question is, though, on November the 12th, we will find out when Treasure Hunter will be removed. And the question is, when is that going to happen? They have 2 choices, really. The first choice is to remove it within, let's say, like a week or 2. So like before the end of November. Like if this is coming out on November the 12th, can they do it before the end of November? Realistically, they probably could. But my little doubt, fingers are tingling a little bit, and I do wonder if they're going to end up saying they'll be removing it at the beginning of next year and the end of this one. Because what that allows to happen is Christmas. Christmas, of course, is a very, very big profitable time for just kind of every company in the world. So to me, what I personally feel is if they are really, really, really sure about this, like willing to make sacrifices of monetary gain for game goodness, then what they need to do is remove Treasure Hunter before December starts, or at least before Christmas. So yeah, that's what I think should happen. But what I think will happen will be they'll remove it at the end of 2025 and beginning of 2026. So let me know what you think in the comments. Will Treasure Hunter be gone soon, or will it still be a little while before it disappears? Maybe with a couple of spread out news posts being like, oh, we got this on the 12th, and then we'll do a bit more on the 26th, and then another post on the 4th of December. Oh, wait, it's already December, so Treasure Hunter is running for this one final promotion, guys. It's just, it's just the way the timeline turned out. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I really, 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 really hope it gets removed before December. Like, that is, like that to me would really show the RuneScape community that, they mean business. And by business in this sense, they mean improving the game just everywhere. So I'm really hoping it's going to come away before December. Let me know what you think. But regardless of anything, this is a very, very bright future for RuneScape indeed, and probably the first time in a very long time that I've actually been properly optimistic about the future of RuneScape. So I'm very, very happy about that. I think last video yesterday, I was probably a little bit, I had a bit of a negative cloud on my head, being like, oh, they're just doing it for marketing. They're just, like, they're going to do this anyway. They want to look good. And while that may be true, it's probably not as bad a thing as I kind of viewed it as in my mind. Like, it is very obviously a marketing stunt, but then again, that's kind of the point, right? Like, they want more players in their game. They want people happier about the game. They want to, they want to spread the news that they're doing this, like, unprecedented thing in the world of gaming. Like, what other company has taken away their like predatory microtransactions that make them an absolute fortune? Like, companies just don't do that. Like, they want money until the bitter end. They will squeeze that udder and they will milk out every last bit. But this may be the first time that I've heard of where that's actually not going to be the case. So this is very exciting, and while skepticism is definitely valid on some level, I do think last time I was a little bit too negative. So let's focus on the positives. The game is going to be better. It's all going to be awesome, hopefully. And they are very committed on a big integrity roadmap, which they have said we'll find out more about in the beginning of next year, which, that could mean that Treasure Hunt is going then, but I hope it is earlier. But the integrity roadmap, I'm very, very curious about. I think they're also including stuff like early game onboarding, like UI, action bars, settings, all sorts of things that I think if you guys played Leagues recently, there are quite a few teething problems with the early game. Like, even if you know what you're doing, it's still horrendous. So, like, if you don't know what you're doing, you've got absolutely no chance. So yeah, hopefully a nice bit of onboarding for people, and hopefully a nice bright future for the game. But that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Celebrate in the comments or wherever. And yeah, it's actually a bright future, and that is very, very exciting.